Hello and welcome back to Tours and Tournaments. In between episodes, I've done some investigating on our dynasty legacy. So, the problem as it is we switched to Norse, and we thought that we should get the Norse dynasty legacy, right? Very straightforward. However, we couldn't, for whatever reason. Which seems odd, because it should be available to us, right? We switched culture, we get it. We did that in Spain, it worked. Our vassal did that for us, it worked. So, why is it not working now? Well, I have some ideas. I'm not entirely sure about the hows and whys behind the scenes, but I think I know how it works, at least on the front end, and it's a little bit weird. So, step number one. I had a look on the forums, and I found that it did work at some point in the past. It was on a version of the game which we couldn't roll back to, but people were like, consistently it worked on this version, and it doesn't work on this version. So, with that in mind, we know at some point they made a change. Another forum post I saw said that at some point they changed it from North Germanic cultures to just Norse, instead of it being like every North Germanic culture that exists. Now, if I've got this right, all of this land up here starts off as Norse, and then there are events which are meant to change it into Danish, Norwegian, and Swedish, right? Essentially, that's what should happen, and those are the four North Germanic cultures in the base game. So, them restricting it to Norse is effectively restricting it to early game, essentially, right? You should only really be able to get it when you're Norse. You should not be able to get it if you haven't got it when you transition. Cool. But for us, that should not be a problem because, as you are already aware, Norse exists, right? It never got converted into anything else. It is purely Norse. We do not have any other culture. Okay, cool. So, we know that we have Norse, and it only works on Norse, therefore it should work. But it isn't. So why isn't it? Well, that's why we are in our debug mode. We're in debug mode because I went and investigated and I switched to some different cultures just to see what kind of thing was causing it. Like maybe if we switch to X culture it does work, maybe if we switch to Y culture it works, so on and so forth. And I did find something very interesting. So, first of all, we're going to set ourselves, well actually first of all, I accidentally took a screenshot. That was not correct. First of all, let's just prove that nothing's changed. We do not have any legacy open to us, right? So, immediately, we know router does not work, which is what we expect. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to one of the other four. We're going to switch to Swedish. And there's a reason I'm going to switch to Swedish. It's because this is where we start to notice that things are a little bit messed up. So, Swedish, which you may notice is Norwegian, which is not right. Obviously, it's not right. But Norwegian is fine, right? It's a North Germanic heritage. This will prove the point. So, North Germanic heritage is not unlocked. Okay, cool. Well, let's switch to Norse, just for fun, right? Let's see if it works on Norse. So set culture equal to Norse. Ah, well, Norse is Swedish. That's a little bit weird, isn't it? I would call that just a little bit weird. Ah, but you know what's even weirder? Is if I go in here, oh, it is unlocked. When we switch to the culture, which the variable Norse points towards, it suddenly works. Huh. Isn't that weird? So I think what has happened here is that the variable for Norse is pointing at Swedish, therefore it unlocks when you're Swedish, not when you're Norse. Why? I'm not entirely sure. But we can go deeper down the rabbit hole, because we've just found out that Swedish is Norwegian, and Norse is Swedish. But what's Norwegian? Well, let's have a look. Set culture equal to Norwegian. Of course, Norwegian is Danish. Maybe they're all just the wrong one. So let's just switch to Danish, shall we? Set culture equal to Danish. No. Danish is Tangut. Well, maybe Tanguts just happens to be there. Let's set the culture of Tangut and see where that goes, shall we? Oh, it's Quang. Okay. I think you can kind of see where this is going, right? It's all completely messed up. And apparently this is a bug which has been in the game for a longer amount of time. Basically, what this variable points to is not consistent throughout a game. It should be consistent, but it's not. I would suspect, although I have no proof, that this is probably related to them adding in the extra cultures with hybrid culture, diverging culture, all of that sort of stuff. That would be my guess, but I have no proof to back it up. I guess what you would do is you would get a save game file which has everything lined up exactly as it is, diverge a culture, and see whether it knocks everything off, but that's further than I was willing to go with this. But essentially, these variables point to the wrong thing. These variables should be pointing towards the one that matches up with their culture, and if they do, they work correctly. So, here's what I think we're going to do, because obviously this has messed up our plan somewhat. What we're going to do is we are going to act as if Norse, which is Swedish, is Norse as in Norse. So, what we're going to do is we're going to reload the game, we're going to come back in here, we're going to play it as if we were playing it previously, where we're going to get rid of our character by deposing them. Actually, we might go for the suicide option because that was slightly better for us, because then it allowed us to be the dynasty head. But anyway, we're going to get rid of our current character. We are going to switch to Norse, which is going to be switching to Swedish. We're going to take the dynasty legacy. We're going to get rid of the next character. We're going to switch back to Rooter, and we're going to be happy with life. That's what we're going to do. And I think that should get us to where we want to be. So, I will see you back here in a second, where I will have rolled back to where we just were, and then we can play the game. We're going to have to play it on debug mode for a little bit. Once we get to where we're going, we're going to save it up, and then we're going to roll it back to non-debug mode. That's the plan anyway, so I will see you here in a second. Right, so we are back in the past before I did all of our culture changing. We're still in debug mode, and we are now going to use this option right here. We are going to attempt suicide. So, let's do it. The attempt, we're going to go for the building, as we did last time, and then we're going to let the game progress. Oh, schemes at court. Okay, cool. Let it continue. We are now going to do it. And we are now gone. Right. Cool. So, we're now dead. Our son has taken over. We've done this look over the character at the end of the last one. That's fine. We are now going to switch over and 0 other faiths. That's kind of weird. Anyway, that's fine. We are now going to change our culture to local culture. Now the question is, do I want to do it like this, or do I want to do it like... I guess this is fine. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do it like this. So we're going to switch to local culture. Every vassal sharing your culture that has counties of the new culture gets to decide whether or not to convert. Sure, that's what I want to do. It's the consequences of our action. So we're going to convert to local culture. We're going to check the dynasty legacy has not unlocked, which it hasn't, which lines up. We are now going to set culture to Norse, which is Swedish, but that's okay. We are then going to unlock these. So what do these do? Pillage, sea wolves. You get prowess, you get naval speed, and you get prestige and fame from battles up 100%. It implies that you get prestige from battles, which I don't think we do, but I was just thinking, I wonder where the tribe will get prestige from battles. I don't know, I remember somehow you get prestige from battles, but I'm fairly certain that we only get fame from battles currently. Maybe it's because we're always fighting people of different religions. Maybe you get prestige if you're fighting somebody of your same religion, and you get piety otherwise. Okay, or devotion otherwise. Anyway, always space in the hold. Army loot capacity plus 50%, defender advantage plus 5, and max size of heavy infantry regiments plus 2. Okay, cool. We'll have it. I mean, obviously the top one's not really worth anything. Defender advantage is barely worth anything, but the max size of your heavy infantry is worth a lot. I mean, these would be a lot more useful if we were pillaging and, you know, raiding, but we're not, so that's fine. Gold from ransoms up 50%. Gain prestige when ransoming prisoners. More likely to imprison characters after a successful siege or raid. Oh no, we're going to have so many more prisoners. Okay. Making a killing. Enemy fatal casualties up 10%. Gain gold from battles, 5 gold per 100 fatal casualties. This is going to be insanely good for us in terms of making money. So we'll take it. And then last, we have daily siege progress up 25%. And counties lose substantial extra control when occupied. Alright. We now have every single Dynasty Legacy which is open to us in this version of the game. In the next version of the game, they add an extra one, but we have every single one which would have been available to us, with only a minimal amount of console commanding, just to fix what we believe is a bug. Right. Next step, we need to get rid of this character. Now, how are we going to do that? I mean, we could. Sure. Let's go for it. High building. And let's go. Okay. Long live the Emperor. Followed immediately by goodbye the Emperor. Sure. There's nothing you can do to stop me. My plan's foiled. No, I just lost the level of splendor for no reason. Okay. Germany. You and me, we're going to have a problem. Okay, yeah, the console has some extra things here. I want to imprison you. Cool. Let's let that roll in. Okay. Just waiting for them to say no. Okay, war against the tyranny. That's fine. We then immediately surrender to them, which will depose us. And then our daughter takes over. Cool. We then go in here and we reclaim Rome. Wonderful. We then, does that make Rome our, that does make Rome our capital. Wonderful. It is our dynasty. We then convert to local culture, which then changes us to Router. We are now Router again. And now we're going to save the game. And we are going to switch out of debug mode. Right, so now we are the granddaughter of the character we started the episode with, and we have to figure out what exactly we're going to do with her, because I imagine many of our vassals are very unhappy at us right now. They're not completely unhappy with us, but they could definitely do with being happier with us. Right, so we'll unmark you, that's our father, that's us. We have no children, we are not married. Hawkney is the child that was destined. He's our uncle, but he's only 3 years older than us. We'll see what happens with him. Has he spent any of his money, by the way? No. Okay. And then we have you, who is not as important as they were, I think. Yeah, I think you're not as important as you were. Cool. Right. So, now we need to basically start with this character afresh and see where things need to go. So let's start with this one. Birds of Prey. Also, I love how everyone is still going for the naked character look, because that's what our grandfather dictated, even though we're just like in full clothing. Let's let these two people both share in triumph. I only made matters worse. Okay, well, whatever. That's fine. What else have we got? In Hold Court, we'll hold off on that for right now. Okay, we do have our accolades completely messed up because of succession. Basically, this would have happened no matter what, though. This happened because our father held titles before we came in charge, and he had his own knights. So that's fine. So let's just fire some of these guys, because I want these 6s here. So let's fire you. Retire this accolade. Let's reinstate the 6. Let's reinstate that one. Do I want the greatest knight of Frisia? Probably not that bothered. I wanted this one. Yeah. I wanted this one for the heavy knight size. I want this one, I think, just because it's maxed out. Martial per stress level doesn't really matter. I guess this one's really not the best. What do you give us? Vassal opinion, and then stalwart gives us what? Travel safety. Oh, okay, yeah, so I'm not really that worried. Greatest Knight of Frisia will give us bonuses to our army movement speed. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. So let's get rid of this one, maybe. Yeah, I think I can get rid of that one. Let's put in the Greatest Knight of Frisia. Oh, yeah, which I need somebody to fill. But I can't appoint anyone because I need to find somebody who can fill that position. So I need someone who can fill Outrider. So, and Tactician. Tactician is also important. So let's see if we can wait, is the Tactician important or is it just Outrider? It's mostly just Outrider, which is important. Okay. Sure. So let's see what Outrider needs. So go in here, Outrider. We need somebody who is an open terrain expert. So let's find an open terrain expert who's willing to join our court. So search all who are not rulers. There we go. Not a ruler or open terrain expert. There we go. Sort by Marshal Colbian. Fantastic. You're willing to join my court. You have exactly the right amount of prowess. Which isn't really a great amount of prowess, but we'll invite you in anyway. Cool. Right. That seems like a good start. Let's go speed 4, and let's also make sure we have these positions filled in. So, actually, let's do this one first. Yeah, we're going to have that be Norway. We'll have you take that position. Chancellor is very important for making people like us. Spy Master is important that they don't want to kill us. Let's go with you. Also, I want you on Disrupt Schemes, not Help. Wait, is that right? Which one's which? Oh, no, I want you on this one. You were on the right one. Tooltip, please. Thank you. Just needed to see what it was. And then you can have that position. Cool. That seems fine. That'll help us out at least in the short term. Right, wait a second. We are the new Empress. Just need yeah, right. Colbian has now arrived at our court. He's got 8 prowess. So, if I go to the right menu, don't know why I'm going into every wrong menu. We'll go find him. Which now lets us put him in charge as the Greatest Knight of Frisia, which is kind of a funny title. Oh, apparently you're also eligible, but whatever. You can have it. That's fine. He's now in here. He is the Greatest Knight. His successor, I guess, is going to be you. Wonderful. Right. So that's that sorted. Oh, we can appoint the Knight of the Lark. Sure. Let's appoint him, even though I don't really know what the Knight of the Lark does. I don't think we need it, though. Increases your number of knights. Oh, okay. Cool. And then House Paragon. Children get the Hastlider trait with some experience. Okay, cool. That's fine. Right. Next step. We do have the diplomacy perks, which we could go down. But I actually want to go down marshals to start with. The reason I want to go down marshal is I want us to lead armies. And for us to lead armies, we need to have certain things in marshal. So we need to have strategist and we need to have up to stalwart leader. So let's do that first. Let's go with this one, which will make us a better leader than we normally would be. Cool. We also need to marry. We are marrying purely on this, but probably with a little bit of this in here. There we go. So, do I want to marry this person? Amazonian genius, beautiful. Herculean genius, beautiful. That seems perfect, unless we can find a fecund. Nope. Alright, well, we're going to go with that guy then. Yeah, he's the right age. He's got great stats. Let's go with him. Right. That means our children will end up having great traits. Wonderful. Right. Wait a second or two here. We're now the new cultural head of our dynasty. You'll love to see it. The dynasty head is going to be different for a while, but that's okay. Okay. We are now married to someone related to him. Wait, does that mean we have an alliance? No. Okay, that's fine. But we're now married, which should, in theory, if I go in here and switch you on to manage domain, gives us a little bit more that we're able to hold. Oh, not a lot. We're still at 14, which is not ideal, but it's a little bit more. Okay. Next step, though, is equip all the things that we currently don't have equipped because our father didn't have them equipped, like the Franco-Dutch battle axe. The crown should be the one that gives us vassal limit. There we go. I'm really hoping that our court is set out correctly. I get the feeling it might not be, though. That's the one I'm after here. Cool. Is this the best regalia for us? So this one gives us tyranny loss in general opinion. I think I want the short range duration, but we'll see. Yeah, short range duration is fine. Antlers here are the wrong antlers, weirdly. So here we want to go... Is it these ones? Nope. It is some antlers that we need here. There we go. Short range duration minus 28%. That's good. Then, do I want these to raise our stewardship? 1 point of stewardship would be very valuable. So yes, if I can put on one of the 1 point of stewardship ones for now, that would be good. I know roughly what they look like. That's actually a lot of vassal limit. We'll take that as well. Okay, so we're now actually below our vassal limit, which is good. The old signet ring, that'll do. And then let's go with Bejeweled Scriptures. Cool. So that looks pretty good for us. We're now exactly on 30, so we're now able to hold 15, which is still way more than we have, but it's getting us in the right direction. While we're here, let's just deal with these. Okay, then we're going to go check our court and hope that our court is correct. Let's go see. Court actually looks kind of okay. Yep. Charlemagne, yeah, this is fine. We're just really low on domain limit because our stewardship is not insane as it was of previous characters. Right, too many held duchies. That is fixable. Okay, so down here we hold the Duchy of Capua, which is part of Sicily. Therefore, Sicily, congratulations, I grant you. Well, when I can find it. This duchy. Cool. That seems good to me. We're now down at 25, which is much better. Do I hold this land as well? I do. Okay. In which case, I'm also going to grant you that title as well. Cool. So that puts us down to 24. I can give this land up here back to you, which should make you like us better because you currently desire it. And that's 2 titles. Cool, we're now down at 22. Previously we were at 20, but we didn't hold Rome. Now the question is, do we want to hold Rome? Rome, potentially really good. However, it is only 1 holding. The question is Rome going to be better than... Oh, wait, I don't need this one. Well, we can grant that to someone else. Do they hold any others of these? No. Okay, so that's 1. Question is Rome going to be better than, say... Slaney here? I don't know. I'm going to grant Slaney away, though. Let's grant that to a noble of Rooter culture. Then we're going to grant... What's Varel? Varel up here. Yeah, we can grant that away. Then... we might go for... What's the one here? Rotterdam? Yeah, we'll grant that one away. This is at 18. This one we can grant away for now. Okay. 17. I might just take the penalty at 17. I think that's fine. Need a successor to... Is it this one? Yeah, what are you even giving us? Pike captain. Give us more pikemen. Oh. Honestly, we could just retire that accolade. Yeah. And then I'm going to put in... Is Knight of the Lark better? Train commanders cancel task occasionally gives you occasionally highly increases in experience. Oh, okay. This one makes members of your house less likely to die in combat. That is pretty good. What's Golden Hand? This one? Army movement speed up 15%. I don't care that it's only about camels. The 15% movement speed is what I see. That's insane. That'll stack with our other stuff. All your knights gain this much experience just from attending a tournament. Ooh, okay. Let's reinstate the Golden Hand. You have a successor. That's fine. Let's see how that goes. Right. Next step for us here. Next step, celebrate other cultures. Wonderful. Let's do that. Just free bonuses. Old court? Sure. Child of the court. We'll find him a home. Noble privileges. Is it not enough to be queen? Addressing the corruption. Here's some gold. Yeah, that's how you solve corruption. You just give people gold to go away. Is that it? Yeah. So we're 2 over. Are we happy being 2 over? Just try to see what my other options are. I don't want to give anything that people were stationed in a way as part of my problem. Otherwise, obviously, these ones would be good to go. But these ones are kind of terrible because they're really, really good for heavy cav. Like, we made them terrible because they're serving a purpose. I can give this one away for now. It is worth a ton, but, you know, we'll give it away. 1 over domain limit? I think we can be 1 over domain limit. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. That's only a minus 20% to our overall income. Okay, cool. Let's unpause the game. Court grandeur is now at max level. That's good. Wedding celebration. I'll take the prestige on that one. Seems fine. What's this? Possession at court. You think somebody is being possessed? No. Okay. Cool. Just chill for a little bit here. Ooh, what's happening over here? You are in 2 wars. You're attacking the Dio Kingdom in a holy war. Okay. And you're defending against peasant uprising, but you're attacking this kingdom right here. They have way more troops than you do. Okay, but you have won a battle, so, I mean, yeah, you do you. See how you get on with that. What's the holy war for, actually? Oh, just the Jarldom. Okay, so you're declaring for a duchy, basically. But that's okay. I mean, if you get it, you get it. What's the kingdom like over there? That is outside of their kingdom, which is good for us. So, like, yeah, keep going. Okay. Hogny's doing good work. Right. New dynasty head changing every second. Unable to drop onto it being us. Let's put you in charge here. Okay. That seems fine. This is all okay. We have few knights, apparently, which probably means we need to do a marrying off in our court, but hold off a second. Just letting our factions work themselves out. Our level of splendor has just gone up to max. I told you it wouldn't take long to get back to the level it was at last time. Okay, we have Ashari populists who are about to fire in 25 months. So if we could be a little bit stronger, that would be great. Yeah, just like a little bit stronger by then. I think actually, looking at this, we're getting more and more troops each day, which must be because short reign is burning off very quickly. Therefore, we're getting more troops from our vassals, therefore we're becoming stronger. In fact, we've already become strong enough to get rid of that faction, so fantastic. Anyone actually have a negative for short reign currently? Short reign. -1. Wow. Yeah, that's already burned off to pretty much, like, gone. Okay. We can't be the dynasty head, I believe, because we're not the house head, because our father is the house head, which is a little annoying. Could murder him. Probably not a good idea. That's fine. Decline invite to your feast. Cool. I'm just going to wait for short reign to burn off before we do anything. While you hold the Jarldom of Valo, it's clear to everyone it is I who governs it. Oh, okay. Its many plains and villages are overseen by my bailiffs and my magistrates. Therefore, I'm laying claim to it. You're welcome to grant the title to me whenever you wish. Else, I am sure that it will fall to me in due time one way or another. Alright. That's a little bit of a bold claim, lady. Given that she is currently defending in a war against somebody else's claim on her titles. Oh, sorry, actually, her allies' titles. And she's not winning it. So, yeah, don't know. Anyway, let's get ourselves strong. Every time. It's a 50-50 every time, and we get it. It's so good. Right. That gives us even more prowess. So we're now sitting at 62 prowess, which is lovely. Right. Now, we actually have a moment of peace. I think we definitely want to go to university as soon as possible. So let's go to, we've gone to actual universities too often. Let's go to Cologne. Let's go to a religious center. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a second. I forgot we're not in, yeah, we are not in Holland any longer. So actually, we will need to go to one of these ones if I want a quick trip. In which case, we are going to go to a university. We're going to go to Siena. I just wanted to go to somewhere that was close, because I just wanted to go, literally there and back. So that's fine. Let's go for trained knights. Let's go for superior armaments. Wonderful. Clear that out. Let's go. Right. And I think with that, I'm probably going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Between episodes, if I remember, I might do some marrying off. If not, we will do that. If not, we will do that next time. I'll do prisoners between episodes, and then we should be good to go with this new character who is actually set up to be pretty amazing. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.